fresh off the heels of the Marathon series, they wanted to make an epic super soldiers, aliens, and a magic ancient space station. Due to unforeseen circumstances during game development, some bright boy had the idea of making something different. A first-person shooter. And that is how Destiny was born.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
Wrong.
And that's how Halo was born. Now, as you can tell, I'm no real expert at game design. Look at me. And, and not being an expert is fitting, given the absolute state that is modding and content creation in the Halo Custom Edition. In the Halo Custom Edition engine. This is going to be a short tutorial series that talks through the absolute shitstorm that Bungie and a lot of us modders put ourselves through when making Halo Custom Edition content. I mean, as Halo fans, we are all well aware of the wonky vehicle physics. So, strap in boys and girls and get set for a combat drop into the absolute hellscape that is modding Halo CE, and how it's an absolute fucking nightmare. Trademark. Up is not jump, see me come. First stop, the engine. I've been browsing Reddit and seen some beautiful Halo 1 screenshots. Maybe SPV3, maybe even some screenshots of my own. I mean, I would never self-promote my own work, and I would never put that in a video just to make myself seem better and more important. Now, what all these screenshots and videos have in common is that they show the absolute base layer of the Halo Custom Edition engine. And that layer is how the game handles level geometry. The Halo engine, much like real life, is built to handle the relationship between objects, vehicles, weapons, and how it all interacts with the world. I mean, you run on the ground, you drive a vehicle, and you get yeeted into hell because you ran over a grunt as they armed a plasma grenade.
Good job.
So you want to make a world of your own, to run around and experience something that no one has experienced except for you. What do? How do you import it? Is there a very thoroughly documented and easily debuggable process to import anything into Halo at all?
No.
But after 8 years of modding in this godforsaken engine, I can absolutely say the easiest thing to remember is just close the door. Halo CE is a very old engine, you see. As a result, it wasn't exactly made with the modern luxuries of just jamming shit together and calling it an open world. The entire model has to be sealed and self-contained, like this very detailed box I've got right here. But when I try to compile this in Tool, it doesn't work because of open edges. What does that even mean? It means that somewhere in your geometry you've got an open edge or a border. However, you've just started and you have no idea how to handle these errors. And guess what? Neither did we. But thankfully, Chimp and I are right here for you. We'll hold your hand through this actually pretty easy process. Whenever you try to compile a world in Halo CE, it generates a .wrl file. I have entirely no idea what those letters stand for. It basically means, well, you tried. You can import the WRL file into 3ds Max using a JMS exporter like Chimp. This will show you the areas of the world that are broken and need attention. Yeah, I know my error is pretty damn obvious, but it's better to show you this than a log of my actual errors in the game. What the fuck? Now all you do is shift, drag, close borders, slap the sky, connect the line, Bob's your uncle, Epstein was murdered, OJ, what? Although there is an easy way to just have a quick check to make sure that there are no open borders in your level, just go into press 3 when you're in editable poly, which is borders mode. Would you believe it? And just hit Control A, and if you get 0 edges selected, then you should be fine. Probably. Run Tool, and would you look at that? The BSP compiled. Yes! Now we can get in game and run around, right? Wrong. Sit down, you fat bitch. Hold the fuck up. You can't just run around in a game without specifying the skybox or running radiosity. You also need to place spawn locations and compile the map itself. Not to mention sit down and cry because your family and friends have abandoned you for the worthless sack of shit that you are. Help! Open up Gorilla, preferably a hacked version, or even better yet, an open source version called Mozzarella. Pick your scenario file. This will be found in the same directory that you put your .jms file, except it won't be under data, it'll be under tags. Now you can select your sky, feel free to pick any, but clear afternoon is really all you need. Run light maps in Tool, and in a second, you're done. Thank you, Michelle, for LM Tool. Now all you have to do is open your scenario using Sapien, place a starting point, save the map, compile the map, open Halo with console mode on, load the map, and BAM! You've just made your own world in Halo. Be proud. No, oh god, no, why? Why would you ask me to do that? Have you seen what I make? It's basic shit. I don't even like what I make. Besides, I'm just here to get you interested in the game and modding and shit. I'm not here to show you how to model an entire Halo campaign from scratch.
No.
Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Guy, what are you doing? You're a fucking imbecile. You haven't showed us the deep intricacies of Halo, all you've done is showed us how to make a box world. You're right, that's all I have done. And there's a good reason for that. I'm fucking lazy. I don't want to make a 40-hour video, I just want to make a quick 10-minute, maybe 15-minute video talking about how shit Halo can be. And speaking of which, just to bloat the runtime, I'm about to read a list of all the goddamn fucking limitations that make modding in this engine so unbearable. This list includes, but is not limited to, BSP size limit, biped rig limits, absolutely no open edges except on special materials that you can learn about here, bitmap compiling, collision geometry compiling, HUD numbers, HUD scaling, a general lack of documentation, and finally, Masters 1337. That last one is a joke. I mean, the modding community as a whole isn't overly positive towards Masters. That's mostly because we're jealous of him being the most famous of us all, but I mean, he is also the only person to call the cops on a troll. Just be careful, dude. They might arrest you by accident. I could make a joke about his nose, but I don't think I could afford it. Now, you're probably hearing about all these limitations, thinking to yourself, damn, what the fuck am I getting myself into? Like, I can't make an easy hentai simulator with this. What the fuck's going on? Well, the way I see it, this is pretty standard for an SDK, at least from what I've seen. However, compared to most other SDKs, Halo is very finicky and specific. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have never fallen through a surface in the original Halo game. Like Halo CE, you would never clip through the surface of the dev-made maps, whereas in the other games, you do. From Halo 2 onwards, you can easily fall through the map. As much as I love to bitch about this SDK, it is genuinely a great place to work in. I mean, have you seen this shit that we've made? Have you seen this? Look at this. What the fuck is that? What is this? Is this the Ouija Raceway? No, this is the Ouija Raceway. I mean, are you seeing this? Are you fucking seeing this? This is a motherfucking infection form transforming a marine into a goddamn flood combat form. And that's about it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This was took a little bit of time to come out. Yep, worked hard on it. Doing a very good job. I believe so. No, I'm not. And subscribe to see the sequels to this, but you don't really need to ring the bell. I'm not that important.